Do you have a non-standard face? Oh boy, what a question. But for clarity here, I'm talking about a non-standard face for CPAP masks. Now, most CPAP masks are modeled on what you'd call average faces, average skin texture, average hair patterns, average nose shapes, average head contours. So in CPAP world, which is a crazy world, a non-standard face can be anything from ones with facial hair, long thick hair, curly hair, and even no hair. Or it can include less usual facial features like an aquiline or Roman nose shape, or softer, more squishable noses. They sound fun. Now, if you have one of these non-standard faces, it can be difficult to get a mask that doesn't have more problems than it should in getting the right seal and being comfortable to wear around your head. So, if that's you, then you've come to the right place. In this video, I'm going to be giving some hacks for wearing masks for non-standard faces, because with a little know-how and a careful selection of the right mask, many of these problems can be avoided altogether. I'm going to go into hacks for each type of the non-standard face types that I just mentioned, so stick around if I don't talk about your particular concerns straight away. You're not forgotten. Well, hi there, I'm Ruben from RespShop. We've helped over 1 million faces find the perfect CPAP equipment and help that they need since 2008. We've had a website, a YouTube channel, and a Facebook and Instagram page too. So find us on all of your favorite hangout spots and stay up to date with the latest CPAP news and wisdom. Okay, let's get on to these hacks. Let's start with facial hair. Now, facial hair can cause problems with mask seal. When the area of skin that the mask seals against has hair growing from it, then it can create an uneven surface for the silicone to seal against, which creates gaps in the seal, which then causes leaks. The thicker and more stiff the hair is, the worse the problem. So, here are 4 hacks if that's a problem for you. Hack 1. You don't need to shave off your facial hair, but if you have a nasal mask that seals against the skin just under your nostrils, a slight trim of the hairs right under your nose where the cushion sits can make a big difference. Trim just enough to allow the cushion to touch your skin without reducing the size of that impressive lip fur. We know you love it. Hack 2. The problem isn't just the presence of hair, it's the fact that facial hair tends to be thick, stiff, and wiry, which pushes against the silicone cushion as it tries to seal. So giving your beard a little TLC with some beard conditioner or oil an hour or so before bed can really soften those bristles and allow for a better seal. Now, of course, you'll want to wipe the oil away before you actually sleep, or you will create the opposite problem of too much slippage. We want soft, supple facial hair so that you can get a good night's sleep and have that fantastic beard too. What's not to like? Hack 3. Some people find mask liners can help improve the seal with facial hair. The liner fabric seems to be more forgiving of the bumpiness that comes with facial hair, so give this a try if you're having problems. We sell mask liners on RespShop.com. I'll leave a link to them below. Hack 4. Choose a mask that avoids your facial hair areas as much as possible. If it doesn't need to seal against your facial hair, then your facial hair makes no difference at all. So bear that in mind when shopping for masks. If you really are at the most extreme Sasquatch end of the beard game, then consider masks that have small nasal-style cushions and straps that don't go below your ears to avoid the facial hair area, like ResMed's P10 or the Fisher & Paykel Solo. But what about those of you with long, thick, or curly hair? The problem here tends to be that straps slip around on your head or tear and damage your hair. So here are some hacks to help you deal with those problems. Hack 1. To minimize hair damage, choose a mask style with minimal headgear. And this isn't just about thinner and fewer straps, it's also about headgear with fewer clips and buckles that press against your hair. These things can be hair traps. Ouch! Hack 2. If hair damage is a problem, or if the headgear is ruining your luscious curls, then some find that a silk or a satin wrap can work wonders. You can either get ones that you wear over your hair that the headgear then goes over, or you can get wraps designed to go over your CPAP straps themselves. In either case, the fabric prevents hair snagging and damage from the pressure points, keeping your hair damage-free and protecting its look as much as possible. Hack 3. If you have long hair and you find that the straps slide up your skull while you sleep, a common trick is to wear your hair in a low ponytail or a bun. Then you can position the strap beneath your ponytail or bun so that it acts as a sort of anchor to prevent the strap from sliding up. Hack 4. If you like to use creams or other hair products, these can make your hair extra slippery for the headgear. You don't need to get rid of all hair products, but try to keep the areas where the straps rest as free from products that make your hair slick as possible. especially if you put them in before you go to bed. As you can tell, a lot of the hacks to do with hair come down to the straps posing an issue. So if you're experiencing any of these yourself, take a look at the Nova Micro from Fisher & Paykel if you like to have some straps. Or, to avoid straps altogether, if you don't mind a bit of prep work before sleep, then the Bleep Eclipse could be life-changing. Well, I'll be honest, I quite enjoyed reading about all the difficulties that having those fresh locks of hair can cause. Somehow, it makes me feel better. Go to Turkey, they said. Try this new anti-balding formula, they said. Well, look who's laughing now! What? Wait till I keep reading the script. Wait, what's up? Okay. Bald heads can have even more problems with straps slipping. Oh, come on! But for those of us in this category, pressure points and rubbing can do more than just damage hair. They can leave marks and discomfort on your skin. So here's a few hacks for my follicular-free friends. Hack 1. Skin is usually more slippery than hair, and one of the reasons is that the oils that the skin secretes. A quick wipe of your head can really help clean away skin oils and allow straps to get a better grip on your newly cleaned dome. Hack 2. Some find a soft skull cap can really help. These are thin, breathable caps that give the straps something to grip and so prevent the slipping problem. They also help if your skin gets irritated by the straps or you don't like the feel of them on your scalp. Hack 3. Some find that, oddly, loosening straps can provide a better seal for people with bald heads. It also has the added benefit of reducing pressure points and irritation. And if that is a problem, then you can get fabric sleeves for the straps that might help reduce irritation without going for that full skull cap. Or go with a mask like the AirTouch F30i Comfort that has fabric-covered tubing as part of its design. So those are my hacks for hair and no hair related issues. Now let's talk about noses. One nose shape that can make masks uncomfortable and leaky are Aquiline or Roman noses. These are noses that have a strong bridge that curves or turns slightly downwards. The problems faced by people with this type of nose shape concern rubbing on the bridge or poor fit around the nose. Hack 1. It might sound obvious, but you should try and choose a mask that avoids any contact with the bridge of your nose at all, like a nasal mask, a pillow mask, or a hybrid style mask if you're a mouth breather. There are far more options like this on the market than there used to be, and this solves almost all problems associated with having a high bridge. Hack 2. If you do really need or want a mask that sits across the bridge of your nose, then you can get a gel nose bridge pad that can help smooth out the contours and reduce bruising and digging in from hard mask frames. Hack 3. Sometimes the problem is that you need a larger cushion for your nose, but you don't want the larger headgear because it makes the cushion sit awkwardly on your face and your nose. If that's you, try mixing medium-sized headgear with a large-sized cushion. It might just fix all of your problems. At the extreme end, take a look at the Philips FitLife Total Face Mask. It's a doozy. Having talked about high bridge noses, what about noses that are soft and flexible? The problem here is more about getting a good seal, as high air pressure can flatten the nose further and break the seal. Hack 1. Check your cushion style and size. Now, some masks have extra soft silicone or gel layers that naturally mold to broader noses. Look for masks marketed as Adaptive Seal or Ultra Soft Cushion, and make sure that you use the right cushion shape for your nose. If you have a wider nose, make sure that you use the wide size cushion. The ResMed AirFit F40 could be a good option for you, and it has small wide options for a cushion. Hack 2. If you have soft cartilage inside your nose, then you can sometimes position the cushion a few millimeters lower to engage that firmer tissue that's closer to the bone in your skull. A tiny adjustment here can make all the difference. Hack 3. Loosen your straps. A tighter seal pulls the cushion against your nose, which can squish it in more and create gaps in the seal where the air can leak out of. It can be a case of getting better positioning without tightening too much in. Hack 4. As with other cases, mask liners can help with these noses sometimes, as they provide more structure to the cushion, which can help stabilize your nose while plugging small gaps that would otherwise have become leaks. Having given you guys some great hacks to try if you have a non-standard face, you'll have noticed that I sometimes talked about finding the right mask. Most mask types can come in different headgear sizes and cushion sizes, so make sure that you get the right ones, whatever mask that you do buy. Many masks have a fit pack option that include every cushion size in them. Now, if this is the first time that you're using this model of mask and they offer a fit pack, get it. Then once you've experimented and found the right size cushion for your face or your nose shape, then you can just buy that size afterwards. Now, I've mentioned a few masks that you could try in this video for most scenarios, and if there were some cases that I didn't give a mask recommendation, get in the comments below and let me know the issue that you've been facing to get a good seal, and I'll do my best to get to everybody and give them a recommendation of what you could try. I've also done plenty of mask videos for different kinds of sleepers and people, so do go check those out on RespShop's channel as always. But a special mention here should be made for the Bleep Eclipse. I spoke about it earlier. Now, this mask seals on your nose with magnets that attach to disposable metal rings that you stick around your nostrils. So there is no headgear at all, and only very minimal contact with your upper lip. Now, this makes the Eclipse the ideal mask for those with any and all hair and no hair related issues, as well as those that have nose shapes that could cause leaks and discomfort. I'll be honest, with my nose shape, my columella, which is this bit of skin between the nostrils, sits a little lower, and so the magnetic attachment pulls a little on them, but it's still totally usable for me, and it does solve a lot of the difficulties that could be caused by some of the face shapes we've discussed in this video. But whether you want to try the Bleep Eclipse for yourself, or you just want to shop around a bit more for a suitable mask, you should check out our range at RespShop.com, as any mask that you purchase is covered by our 60-day mask guarantee, which allows you to get a full refund if you return it unused, or a full store credit if you return the mask used within 60 days. Getting the right mask and setting it up right will ensure that you are able to sleep tight. Bye-bye for now.